Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. It is another day with the flu and I'm going to keep on going on with my soup recipes for now because soups do great when you have the flu and it's cold and wintry outside. So I'm going to talk about this keto chili that is very customizable and so forth, but it is so low in carbs and still going to be delicious and still going to be comforting and hit the spot on a cold winter day. I know it's not technically winter, but it sure feels like it outside. So first things I got out is part of this orange bell pepper. You don't have to have a pepper in your chili, but I saw it in the fridge and thought it should just be used out. So I'm going to go ahead and put it in the chili. Some celery. Celery is good for you, has fiber, helps fight inflammation. Turmeric. Turmeric helps fight inflammation too and helps with either prevent or heal cancers or both. I'm not quite sure. Beef broth, beef stock, beef bone broth, whatever you got on hand. I would prefer to have beef bone broth, but because of price points, this is what I bought. A pint of tomato sauce, or you could buy a store-bought can of tomato sauce, will work just fine. This is 16 ounces and the store-bought cans are 14.5 ounces, so there's just a little minor difference there. Garlic. I use a lot of garlic, so I bought it in bulk. 1 onion, chili powder, ground paprika, cumin, and oregano, salt and pepper. Those are pretty much staples in a chili. I'm adding the turmeric for health benefits and things that are optional depending on how spicy you like your chili. Crushed red pepper and cayenne pepper. I would suggest putting a little heat in there to help open that snotter up so you can let it go and start breathing a little bit better. So I'm going to go ahead and just get a couple stalks of celery cut up, this bell pepper, and this whole onion, and I'm going to stick it in the crock pot. Alright, the vegetables are chopped up and thrown in there. I also wanted to point out that this is a good time you could be using your dehydrated or freeze-dried cherry tomatoes. I happen to have 2 old olive jars of dehydrated cherry tomatoes, so I went ahead and threw some in there because we like our chili a little chunky anyway. Got it on low, and I do have my ground beef thawing out in the sink, so I'll get all that cooked up and thrown in here within the next hour or two and throw the rest of the I guess I could be throwing this in here. I'm gonna throw the tomato sauce in there as well now. Okay, the ground beef is defrosted and got a little bit of water in there from defrosting it in the sink, but it's fine. This is 2 pounds of local ground beef. It is not extremely lean. I believe it's an 80-20 or a 73-27. Something like that. I don't know. But I am not going to drain the fat. I've got a large skillet here heating up on the stove on medium heat. I'm just going to cook that. It doesn't even have to be perfectly all the way through. I just want to get it crumbled and added into this chili base. So I've got the meat in the skillet, and now I'm going to go ahead and salt it up a little bit. I believe salt helps everything cook a little bit better. You don't have to overdo it. You can just add as much as you want. And while this is cooking, I'm going to go ahead and stir around the contents of my crock pot. I've never made a chili with this type of base before, but I had all the ingredients, so I figured I'd go ahead and give this a try. I've only made it with like VA or just tomato juice. So I'm going to go ahead and start adding in seasonings now while that's cooking. That way I can get a better taste. So I'm adding turmeric right now, and I don't have specific measurements. I like never measure when I am making most things, especially spices. So I am just going off of whatever tastes good. I'm just going to start with the starter and then we'll taste it and add from there. So this is chili powder. And we're going to need quite a bit of this. So I'm going to go ahead with the heavy hand and stick it in there. All right, we'll try that for now. Paprika. I should have brought my tripod. Oregano. Stick with the lighter hand there. Cumin. I'm going to go ahead with the heavy hand on this one as well. Hang on. It's going to be easier if I just take the top off and start dumping it. Need quite a bit of cumin in a good chili, in my opinion. Not too much, though. I have tasted chilies are overdone with cumin, believe it or not. Okay, garlic powder. Or you can use fresh garlic if you want. Minced garlic, don't matter. I like to go in with the heavier hand with that as well. Now here's the optional things. The cayenne pepper and the crushed red pepper. Go ahead and stick a decent amount of cayenne pepper in there. Cayenne's pretty spicy, so if you do too much, it could be too spicy for your taste buds. And I do like spice, but I like my taste buds to stay intact. Not sweat off. Alright, crushed red peppers. Okay, that looks good. Now let me stir it around. And now I'll take a spoon out for tasting. It's pretty good. I feel like it could use more of the trio of cumin, chili powder, and paprika. So here I go, chili powder. Paprika. And I took the lid off of this one too. And cumin. Give it another stir. Okay, we'll give her another taste. I'm thinking that's about on. I do believe I could kick the spiciness up a notch though. So I'm going to go ahead and season it to my taste buds as far as the cayenne pepper and okay, all of the ground beef is crumbled, and so I am not going to drain it like I said. It's a keto recipe, so we are keeping all the fats, and I am just going to dump it all in there. I will scrape out the skillet, put the lid on, and stir it maybe once every hour until it is ready, and you get to taste it with me. All right, so here's going to be the taste test. That's really, really good. It would be better with the beans in it, but for keto, not having beans in it, it's delicious. Eat up and enjoy, guys. It's winter time, or at least it feels like it. I love you, and so does Jesus. God bless.